We're on the hunt today for timber. I'm actually driving through the town of Mansfield right now. I just went through the town square. I've never been in Mansfield before, actually in Mansfield. I've driven through out on 60 highway more times than I can even care to count. I enjoy getting to come to new little towns like this. I always love getting to see these little towns. I really do. It's being from a small town and getting to travel all over Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma looking at timber. I mean, it's always pretty cool getting to see these different little small towns, just seeing the layout of them. This is really for looking at timber. This is new territory for me. And if you guys watched last Saturday's video, the gentleman who stood me up, or who I said stood me up, we actually had some miscommunication. He called me Sunday and said he never heard his phone ring, and said he waited around on me, and said he checked his voicemails there Sunday morning and seen that he had a voicemail from me. So we'll chalk it up to that. But we're back down here, seeing if we can get it looked at. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's always neat getting to see new area, new territory. Look at that cab over. I need that. That is a peach. Train coming through. Okay. This could be confusing. This is where these GPSs in these trucks are handy. Real handy. Okay, so we're going to roll on out here. Look out there, red truck. And two Fords, we hit each other, we might split an atom. We're going to roll down the road here, see if we can come up and find this place, and see what this timber looks like. Like I said, new territory for me. Never really looked at timber down in here before. I've sold some equipment down in this area to loggers. I've sold some equipment before, and to guys that have lived off down in here. I actually sold a jet when I had my jet boat a few years ago. I sold it to a gentleman down here, because I bought my jet boat down there in what I call southeastern Missouri, down there at Ellington, Missouri. I believe that's right. Ellington or Elsinore, somewhere down in there, way off down there. It was a long drive to go to get it. I know that. So we're gonna go up here, see if we can find this place, and see if we can buy some timber. I swear I've made log roads better than this county road. I mean, this is a goat trail. Met one car on here. Luckily, we met right there by a driveway, and he could kind of get off and let me by, because there's no way we could have passed each other. I mean, this is rough here. This is not the type of areas I like to log in at all. Rough old country. Supposed to be down here looking at walnut, but I don't know where there's going to be walnut growing at down here. I see a few down here in this kind of little low bottom here, like a little ditch or something, but there's one there, a couple more in front of us. But good Lord, you might need a mountain goat to get in here and get them out. It's not a bad tree there. I was told till I crossed a creek, but I don't know, my idea of a creek and somebody else's idea of a creek might be different. I ain't seen a whole lot. I haven't even really seen any houses back through here. Good Lord. About need a rock crawler. Got a little bit of white oak down in here, though. I wouldn't want to be the guy that had to drag it out, but to be quite honest, I don't think I'd really want to be the guy that have to climb down these things and cut them. Maybe we'll find some place up here, some residents. We might get in here and never be heard of again. Well, we're getting ready to unload these things, so we're trying to do the last little bit of cleanup and prep work. Just trying to get them everything all laid out, rode out, trimmed up, cleaned up. Of course, I got back from, oh boy, better lower that down a little more. I got back from God's country down there, I don't know, maybe 2 hours ago, and I've been down here at the yard ever since. Just like I said, you know, when you lay out big piles of logs to sell, there's a lot of things that need to be done. There really are. And I know people argue that fact, that they think that, well, you just haul them in and sell them. Well, yeah, you can do that, but why? I mean, I like to clean them up, and I like to get the most I can out of my logs. I like to clean them up all I can clean them up. So that really, there's a pretty good pile of logs here. Me and Dad was just out here, and I think we're both thinking there's probably going to be over 20,000 feet here in this pile. So there's, like I said, there really is a lot of logs there, and these ones down here on the end, these are some stuff. This is what we hauled in yesterday, the stuff we cut yesterday. I think, yeah, they're on both sides right there. Dad just sat there and unloaded on each side. Pretty good bunch of logs. Let me pull this thing up here. I'll shut it off, and we'll talk about a few things. I'm telling you, that thing's worth its weight in gold. Which, that's about what it cost, was its weight in gold, too. Caterpillar stuff's high. But it allows us to really get in here and lay these logs in here nice. Pick them up, clean them up, that way we're not cutting in the ground. Like I said, I've still got some stuff to do. For instance, like, you see that crotch there? We're not going to leave that Y on there. We'll trim that down to where it's flush. We want that whole log to be round. And a lot of these are just old top logs. Like I said, we've sold some veneer. So you're looking at a lot of second and third cuts in here, and there's some veneer mixed in. There's some decent veneer logs mixed in, but not too many. Not too many. This is what we cut yesterday and got hauled in. That's a pretty good chunk of wood there, and it needs to be cleaned up yet. Of course, I haven't got down here to it. Even that old ugly thing there, man, once we clean that up, you won't even recognize it. We'll take that thing, we'll shave everything down and round it. It's a pretty good stick of wood there. Good heavy lumber log right there. Heavy lumber, of course, just an old top piece. And I'm bad. I'm like a pack rat. I don't like to throw nothing away if we can utilize it. Even that thing there, she needs to be shaved up. You can see I kind of trimmed it there a little bit yesterday. That thing, it's a multiple. It needs to be cut in two. We'll clean this here off. We'll come in here and cut that off right in, yay, like that. Some pretty good chunks here. I got some footage in them. What happened here? I do not recall, but that's not good. That might have been that one that was bad anyway. Might have been, I don't know. It's a slick little log there. Good sap line on that one. This here, I actually trimmed that off. It was dead. We cut this thing dead. It was standing dead. And it's a second cut. The bark's all dead, but it's still got good wood in it. But the bark's dead and off. And I had somebody ask me yesterday, Ben Sawmill, I believe. I think that's your username. You were kind of asking me how you get established and how you kind of make contacts. Well, of course, my dad, like I said, my dad's been logging 54, 55 years, however long it's been. I mean, in our area here in Southwest Missouri, he's established himself and he's built up his reputation over the years for, being a big producer in the walnut game. I mean, he has for years and years. Back when there weren't that many loggers cutting logs, he was still primarily just cutting walnut. So he's been in the game a long time, and I was fortunate enough when I come in, I was able to kind of get a head start and run off his name. And it's not like I do it by myself. He's still here with me every day to help me do it and be by my side. I mean, we're a team. We work as partners on it. But the other end of the deal, like I'm real, like you're watching now, I'm real big into social media. In October of 2012, I made our Facebook account for Turner Logging LLC. Well, within a couple of years, we'd grown, and I think now it's just over 46,000 followers on that Facebook account. So, but it's like anything. If you want it, you've really got to work at it. I see so many people start social media accounts that they start them and that's all they do. They think if they post once a week or maybe a couple times a month, they're going to get a good following. That's not the case at all. Social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, which we're on all three of them with Timber Tracker, Turner Logging, and Logger Threads, it is almost like a full-time job. It really is. I mean, it truly is. Shanae, the girl I've got that handles up Timber Tracker and Logger Threads, one of the things she does a lot, I mean, what she's starting to do, she's taken over the social media accounts for that, because it's exhausting. It's mentally exhausting. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but it is. It's mentally exhausting and strenuous. Coming up with post, an idea for post, and there's a lot that goes into your social media. I mean, it's, in this day and age, it's such a big tool. It's a valuable tool. I mean, word can travel so fast anymore this day and age. So you've got to, I mean, everything you got to lay on your reputation. You know, you've got to make sure you're doing the best job you can possibly do. So, like I said, social media is one way we've got to where we are. And it just, talk to people, you know, just reach out, talk to people. You know, I have people that call me wanting to buy logs all the time. People I've never even heard of. They'll call wanting to know if we'll sell them some logs. Hey, can we come bid on some logs? And, you know, a lot of times I'm not really that interested, but I always like to entertain them. I mean, and you never know where it's going to lead to. I mean, I don't like to rule anything out, because I've made some great contacts that way. So it really is. I mean, to get your name out there and to make the contacts, it's a lot of PR work. I mean, it's a lot of PR work. It's a lot of talking. The social media. It's just getting out there. And that was kind of one of the ideas behind Timber Trackers. A lot of us smaller guys that aren't like the great big operators, you know, it's almost like a directory. We can put ourselves out there on the Timber Tracker network and get in touch with log buyers from all across the country, international log buyers, exporters. So many things you can do with Timber Tracker, and that's the direction that's headed. Well, it's a big chunk of wood, isn't it? That is one big chunk of wood. I'm pretty proud of that guy. I need to clean him up a little bit too. He needs to be shaved a bit up here, but I almost hate to, because that's going to be a tabletop log, so I hate to do too much cutting and shaving on it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot that goes into getting your name out there, Ben, and making contacts. It really is. I mean, if you go the social media route, it's to do it and really do it right. And I'm not saying I do it right by any means. But I work at it. I mean, for the last 5 years, I've worked hard at it. And I don't do as much on Facebook anymore. I stick to Instagram, and of course, I'm big on doing stuff with YouTube now, because YouTube, it really enables me to do a lot, because I've met, just even meeting a lot of great people, great loggers all across the country. We get to talking, you know, they call or email, and said I'm always happy to talk timber with people, and that's kind of one way that I've met a lot of people, is just through these social media outlets. But like I said, it's a full-time job. As crazy as that sounds, it's a lot of taking pictures, taking videos, thinking up what you're going to put in the post. And luckily, like I said, with Logger Threads, you know, in the last week and a half since we've released the new website, it's just blown up tremendously, the orders we've been shipping. But it's made it a lot more streamlined. You know, you can get on the website, you can place your order, get your size, everything, and it's, you know, within a couple days you've got your order. But luckily, I've got a great girl to help me now. I mean, I've known her for several years, and that's just something she specializes in. It's kind of media and marketing. And it was luck on my part getting her to help me out on this. And like I said, she's taken over everything on Timber Tracker, just handling all the advertising and marketing and the media part of it. And the same with Logger Threads. It's a lot easier for her to do that than me focus on logging. I can keep my mind where it belongs here in the timber and not have to be so wrapped up and involved with everything else going on, because you get to doing a lot of things and it wears on you. It really starts to wear you down. Well, I guess that's it for today, guys. Crazy hair, no hat. I need a haircut. Starting to look like a Sasquatch. My hair's getting crazy. My beard's getting big. So I hope that answered a few questions today. And we, quite a day. You know, we've seen some new country. I'd never been down there to Mansfield. We did buy that timber. It's not real big timber. It's good quality. It's just not real big. It's walnut. It's just maybe 30, 35 trees. We'll just take the skid steer down there and we cut it, because everything's extremely accessible. That way we can do some cleanup with the skid steer. It's just a lot easier. Pile the tops nice and neat. because it's all out in cattle pasture. It's cattle ground, so we'll keep everything cleaned up that way. We're not taking away anything from the herd there as far as grass goes. But it was neat to see some new territory, even though it's like, seems like it's in another time zone so far down there. But then we got to come up here and kind of finish up some work on the yard. Tomorrow we'll probably finish up everything on the yard. Oh, another thing I wanted to touch on, you know, a few weeks, however long it was ago, that we were talking about the 404 chain on the 661s. I cannot thank you your name. There were so many of you guys that commented on it, and I greatly appreciate all of it. But the gentleman that actually left me the part number, you, sir, you're a good man. Yesterday was the first day cutting. We put those 404 bars on the 661, and we run a full skip chain. It's the same chain I run on my 88s. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I honestly, I thought the 3/8 chain cut good on the 661s, but I'm loving the 404 on the 661s, especially in the full skip. It just seems like it's got tremendous power. There's not near as many cutters, you know, actual cutting teeth on the chain. And it's just that heavier chain. I think it stays sharper longer. You can take on a little more dirt and debris, and you're not getting dull. You know, if you're cutting like we do, we cut down low creek bottoms a lot, so we're cutting a lot of sandy soil, dirty trees. So for us, the great thing about it's, you know, keeping the chain sharper longer, withstanding more abuse. And that's why I love the 404 chain. So thank you. My dad's loving it too. He said it's really cutting good. And it makes me like the 661s just that much better when I can run the 404 on them. So thanks a lot, sir. Like I said, I apologize because I can't remember who left me the part number on that. But like I said, you sir, are a scholar and a gentleman. You really are. But guys, I'm going to get off here. I think that's it for today. I've rambled on enough about a lot of useless stuff, where I've been, what we're doing. But hang out with us tomorrow, because I'm sure we'll do something right or wrong, good or bad. Probably more of wrong and bad than good or right. But we'll get in here and we'll see if we can clean the rest of these devils up. Look at that chunk of wood right there. Isn't that bad? Got a hole in it right there. She got a little hole in her there. I think that might have been the one we cut at Mount Vernon. No, Greenfield. I don't remember. After a while, they all start, the places you go and the trees you cut, it all starts running together. It was either the big one we cut at Mount Vernon or the big one we cut at Greenfield. Either way, guys, loggerthreads.com. Thank you so much for the orders, guys. It means a lot. I promise you'll be happy with the shirts. Promise you will be. They're pretty high quality, all American made, right here in the good old US of A. It's our own brand of shirt. You won't find any tags other than the little Logger Thread tag on the very bottom of the shirt. No neck tags. We've got a label, it's a neck label, no neck tag. That way you got that thing itching you, because like my work shirts here that I wear every day, I've got these stupid neck tag. Well, this one doesn't because I've ripped it out, but got those stupid neck tags in there that just drive you crazy. So be sure to check out Logger Threads. We've got some new stuff we're working on. It's always a work in progress. Always a lot going on with this. So guys, check all that out. Appreciate the orders. Hope to see you guys here tomorrow, whatever we're going to do. Like I said, probably right back here at the log yard. Guys, have a good night.